Hi there, my name is Natalie Erickson, and I am the host of a channel called Anxious for ASMR. Now, why is a girl that hosts an ASMR channel talking to you about sweating? Well, who watches ASMR videos? Let's be real. Anxious people. And what do anxious people do? We sweat a lot. So I have been suffering from hyperhidrosis, which is the medical term for excessive sweating. It comes from Latin, hyper, meaning just excessive or a lot, and then hydrosis, as in water or sweat. And basically, ever since I was a little tiny one, I have just suffered from this condition. I never thought that any boys would ever want to hold my hand. I was always afraid to touch people. It's a very isolating condition. And for most people, they have no idea how to help themselves. There are so few things that actually work. I've used every single type of antiperspirant and just any single thing that I could get my hands on, and nothing ever worked until, and let me just, medical disclaimer right now, real quick. I am not a doctor. Please don't try to sue me. You wouldn't get much out of me anyways. But basically, though, I did go to my doctor and I said, hey, man, I am struggling here. And I just really need some assistance because I'm at my wit's end. And this came right after I had really I've mellowed down with it quite a bit, but then I had a loss of a family member that I was just not wanting to cry, did not want to have an emotional experience. And for some reason, that was like bursting a dam in my body. My body exploded with sweat from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. When I say I was sweating like a broken pipe, I really mean that. We will put in a clip to show you how bad it was, actually right here.
All right, Xanax test with hyperhidrosis. That is amazing. And I just wiped off my hand. I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes and see how the Xanax has helped.
So now you've seen that was actually when I was trying Xanax. Xanax is supposed to be something that you can use to help mitigate some sweat. So you would think for a bride on her wedding day, maybe taking a little Xanax would be a great idea. I don't suggest it. The reason why is for people with hyperhidrosis, it does make you sweat excessively more the next day. I mean, truthfully, about 3 times worse. Now, my hyperhidrosis was so bad that the tips of my fingers would get swollen. They looked a little bit like Gollum. I wasn't able to drive. I'm an actress in Hollywood and a host in Hollywood. Can you imagine what that's like on the red carpet? In acting classes, I remember one day I had a sweat streak up my butt that I knew everybody saw. It was humiliating, and it shouldn't be. It should be talked about more. It's a condition that nobody wants. And there's a difference between generalized. Now, again, I sound like a doctor. I'm not. I just know I'm very educated on this topic, of course. And so there's a thing called generalized hyperhidrosis, and that means that it is all over your body, and that's what I had. Some people just have it in their hands. Some people just have it in their armpits. Some people just have it in their crotch, which is a really uncomfortable place as well, because that is putting a lot of tissue paper and things like that down your pants. It's not a great feeling, and it makes you feel not like a human being. You don't want to touch people. You don't want to be sexual, I'll tell you that. You don't want to be on camera ever. You don't really want to be around people. You want to wear big sweats to gather up the sweat. You then want to be home all the time trying to take showers. And here's the other big one. It actually physically hurts quite badly. Have you ever been in a pool for a very, very long time and felt achy? Your skin feels quite achy. It feels like that, but also too, you can kind of feel your pores opening up excessively. And it really aches. The other problem is it causes depression, not just because you're having to isolate yourself, but also because you are losing electrolytes and magnesium, things along those lines that your body needs in order to balance its own production of serotonin, norepinephrine, dopamine, things like that. So when you're sweating excessively, you're also having to drink things like Pedialyte in order to just maintain your normal electrolyte balance. So that sucks, right? It's the worst. And if you have this, welcome to your answer. I really mean this. Talk to your doctor. You absolutely need to talk to your doctor in order to get this medication that I'm about to tell you about. But I'm not a representative for it or anything along those lines. I've been taking this medication for 2 years now, and it is called Robenal, or also known as glycopyrrolate. These are, they're both the same name. One is the generic and one is I cannot think, I was doing so well. It's been 5.5 minutes and I haven't had a stumble yet. So, but basically though, the reason that we're making this video is because this medication truthfully has changed my life. The last time that I was on a set where I had terrible hyperhidrosis, they had to retouch my makeup every single take because they would put the makeup down, the sweat would come in, and it looked like I had boils. It was so embarrassing. I had to hold hands with my co-star for about 30 minutes while we got a shot. It was terrible. And so again, for the people that really suffer from this, I don't suffer from it anymore. The worst that I have right now is my hands. Because it's winter, I get affected a little bit more differently in the winter and also in like the latter parts of the summer. And my hands are the tiniest bit damp. That's it. And so this is a medication that you can get from your doctor with a prescription. I highly suggest that you look into it. The other things that I've tried, just to kind of wrap that up, are sweat block, the antiperspirants, the medical grade antiperspirants, they did nothing. Let's see, there's also I did go and look at Botox, but they wouldn't do it for me because I have generalized hyperhidrosis. So I would need, I can't even remember how many needles they said, but basically I would just be pumping toxin after toxin after toxin after toxin into my body because they would have had to hit my upper lip, my skull, or I'm sorry, the tops of my scalp, everything like that, my armpits, my crotch, my buns, the backs of my legs, the fronts of my shins, strangely enough, get very there. It's a big indicator for me. And my little feet, I'm not even kidding. I wear a size 5.5, but I leave a sweat stain for a girl wearing a size 9. I tell you what, I can literally sit on my couch and I will leave a sweat stain. And so just in my feet, you'll see like a little crisscross of them. And so basically though, if you are having any issues, the great thing about it is this: the Robenal itself takes about 1 to 2 days for it to affect your system. Make some big old plans. Go out with your friends because you will be free. You will be like a prancing pony, I tell you what. Secondarily, though, I do want to talk a little bit about the side effects that I have incurred in this. One of them is just a little muscle tightness. If you think about it, and you're being a bit dehydrated from this, and you, by the way, rapid thirst. You're going to want to drink a lot of water. That's all right. It also makes your skin look better. So nice little side effect on that one. But I do always have a little tiny bit of a muscle tension, and I have scoliosis, so it kind of makes it the tiniest bit worse. I would be really curious to see how you guys react if you guys have much muscle tension. And basically, when I do have that issue, I also found a good way to combat it is taking supplements. Again, I am not a doctor. Use these things at your own discretion. And also make sure to do your research on your competing symptoms to make sure that none of your other supplements and things like that will exacerbate other things. But taking collagen, taking fish oil, taking just your natural hair, skin, and nail vitamins, all these things help lubricate your skin, help lubricate your joints, help lubricate the discs, all these different things to keep those side effects kind of off to the side. And the last thing too is the mouth dryness. The mouth dryness is fascinating. I am not kidding you. When I am really, really affected by the Robenal, I can just fire Marshal Bill, just that lip goes just right up. Just goes right up there. And it always makes my husband laugh, which makes me laugh. So there has been such an extraordinary, almost angelic healing here. God is really good, and he really helped me out of this. And so I do highly suggest you talking to your doctor. Life is too short to feel so unhappy. And I will tell you, I'm a little Christian girl. I accept all people. I am completely all inclusive. But as far as that goes, you would know that suicide is kind of frowned upon in that. And I will tell you that those are the times that I felt most like just not living anymore. It's not a funny condition. It's not a cute thing to make jokes about. It's a miserable condition that needs a lot of consideration, a lot of support, and a lot of understanding. Don't ask silly questions of these people. Don't try to make them feel like you understand in a way that you don't. If you want to share a compassionate story about an experience that you've had with a medical condition, that would be a help. But this is really something that needs just people to listen and be kind. And also, too, to accept that if people feel like being alone during that, let them be alone. Be kind to them in other ways. But definitely do think about ways to support your friends that have that. And if you are somebody that suffers from it, I am telling you guys, this is a really amazing cure. I don't know why they don't talk about it more. But please, if you know anybody that has excessive sweat, anybody, kindly and appropriately, please share this video with them. It's so important. It's really something where people can really get down on themselves. And during 2020, when we've already been in isolation and people are talking about the world opening back up, a lot of people with hyperhidrosis are probably dreading it. And so I just wish you guys all the best. And also, too, if you guys are needing any help with sleep or anxiety relief, cortisol dropping, ASMR, please definitely continue to watch our channel, like, subscribe, share our videos, because we definitely are aiming at creating quality content for people, and we really curate it in such a way that we hope makes you feel really cared about, because you really are. Every single one of you guys is special. Every single one of you guys is unique and wonderfully made. And you guys deserve to live your happiest life. And we hope to be any type of help towards that. God bless you, and I hope you have a great day.